Today I'm going to talk about preparation for doing this drywall. But first, I was seeing a video and got some inspiration for today's video. Ultra Discovery had made a 33-minute documentary of Norm Abram, and I was watching that. That was pretty good. So put that in your search engine and you should find it. So yeah, some people ask, where did I get my knowledge? Well, I got my knowledge here and there. A lot of it's just, learn by doing. But, I've watched a lot of the older, This Old House and stuff. That's Norm Abrams. So that's, my pitch today, for This Old House and that. Certainly the internet's a good place to get information. You just got to be careful. Make sure the people you're watching are actually professionals that have years of experience, or not just somebody that, I did this on my weekend and look, it looks nice, yeah, till a year later and their towel job's all falling apart. So be careful what you're watching, and getting your information on YouTube. Don't necessarily follow my information either. So anyway, back to the wall. So one of my problems here is I've put this in. The floor is, this house is been built 130 years ago, but it's T-shaped, but it's like the two pieces of the T were kind of built at a different time. This one wall that's at the corner of the T is like a double wall thickness. There's two walls there. So anyway, this is one wall, and this is the start of another wall. So this before was protruding out at the top about 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch towards the bottom. So there's a bunch of material that had to clean away. So there are a few ways to do it. The way I chose to do it this time, got a inch. This is like an Irwin speed bit, good bits, work quickly. Boom, whole bunch of little holes. Just make a pattern of little holes. Put a piece of tape on it to mark the depth. I've been careful, the tape will slip. There, it got slipped a little bit. It's a deep hole, but it's just going to be hiding behind the drywall. So then, take the oscillating saw and then clean up all that, the webbing, so to say, in between all your holes. You could also take a circular saw and make a whole bunch of cuts, and then cut it this way, A few different ways to go about it. Afterward, I did hit it with the a belt sander quick. 3/4 is a lot to do with the belt sander, and it's also dusty, so if it was a little bit, I could have just done a belt sander, but this is how I chose to do this one. So then, afterward, checking it, got my 4-foot box level here. I've taken the end cap off, so got a nice sharp edge there. And you can just, put and you can even slide it. And if you feel it catching, you got a high spot and you got to take it off. Ended up a little bit here at the bottom, taking a little too much off. So that's why I've put some of this is drywall shims. So if you got a little shallow spot, you can put that there. Help feeling to make your drywall. So I just ripped some pieces off, stapled them on to build it up because I got a little carried away, a little too deep there. Also, because the floor wasn't level, there's actually the seal beam actually sticks out here a bit. And there's another tool that I have that I use. This is a Dremel Ultra saw. They say it can cut flush. It's almost flush. It's in between in between a 1/16 and an 1/8. So slightly less than an 1/8 inch. So since I'm going to put some 1/2 inch plywood here for an underlayment, I didn't need to cut all the way down to the flush to the floor. Since it was a square, this is the seal beam here. Because this 2x4 is actually sitting on top of the subfloor for my other part of the house, but I wanted this part of the house floor to match with the front part of the house, since that's where the doorway's at. So I've actually put down this 3/8 inch. Since I got this is off about 1/8, and with that 3/8 in this, I can cut into there like that. That'll give me 1/2 inch. That'll be flush then with my 1/2 inch plywood for the floor. And then, since there's this bit here for the subfloor, I was able to put it just tilted just a bit at an angle, and then that was pretty much with that angle was pretty much flush. Again, here's this level. Check. See if it catches. Then there's gonna be some high spots and stuff. So you just clean it up, with your oscillating saw like that. So the next, rough in of some electrical, and then I'm be putting up my drywall. So that's my thing for how to clean up that some stuff that sticks out. When you're building on an old house, you got and that's just the worst. Someone's got a question. Oh, you took off that meat. This is a true 4x4 beam, taking a 1/4 of an inch or 3/4 of an inch off of this beam. That's one of a bunch of members. Ain't gonna hurt anything. Other situations might be different, but in this situation, I deem that perfectly fine. The seal is like 8 inches by 8 inches. That little 3/4 by 3/4 piece ain't gonna matter for that. So just saying that because I'm sure there'll be comments. So all right, that's it for today. See you later on the next one.